it's April, and I wanted to do a tag for you today. Actually, my roommate wanted me to do a tag for you today, and that is the chocolate book tag. Because she likes chocolate, and she decided I needed to do it. And who am I to argue? I like chocolate too. So the chocolate book tag was originally created by the Daydreamers Rambling, and I will link her down below so you can check out the original video. And let's start. The first piece of chocolate is dark chocolate, a book that covers a dark topic like abuse, domestic violence, rape, loneliness, bullying, and death, that kind of thing. For this, I chose Deerskin by Robin McKinley. Deerskin is actually a retelling of Donkey Skin, a French fairy tale, about a girl whose mother dies, and her father, while attempting to try to find a new wife, decides that only his daughter will, make do because she's as beautiful as her mother was. And this leads to some unfortunate events that she ends up running from him after he rapes her, and she actually transforms into a deer. And then it's a process of her surviving, and it has a little bit of a Cinderella feel to it in there too, because she sheds the skin for this party that the prince is putting on, and they meet and things happen. But overall, it's a very good book. It's a little dark in places, but I enjoyed it. The next piece of chocolate is white chocolate. This is your favorite lighthearted, humorous read. For me, this would be The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I don't actually have a copy because I read, I think, my brother's copy, but I want to get the whole series at some point. But this is a humorous sci-fi story that I believe started out as a radio drama, but it's about, at least the first book, The Hitchhiker's Guide, is about Arthur, who, in the process of meeting an alien and the planet being threatened, he goes on this adventure and pure nonsense and silliness ensues. And the way this book is written, I absolutely love it. It's just this stream of things, and I don't even know how to explain it, but it's great. I like it. You should read it. The next piece of chocolate is Milk Chocolate, a book that has a lot of hype that you are dying to read. So all over the big booktube and Goodreads and everything, especially since it just came out, is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This sounds like it's right up my alley and something I would love to read, but because of where I'm at in my book buying and the promises I made, I'm not allowed to get it yet. So I will be waiting to read that for a while. Maybe at some point when the whole series comes out, I will just binge the whole series. But it sounds amazing. So keep telling me about it on down there and around there and over there and over there, and someday. The next piece of chocolate is Chocolate with a Caramel Center. Name a book that makes you feel all gooey in the middle while you were reading it. For me, that was The Storyteller's Daughter by Cameron Doxey. This is a retelling of the Arabian Nights, and if you haven't noticed a theme to a lot of the books I own a lot of fairy tale retellings because I like them. But this one is especially good. The Arabian Nights is about a girl who has to marry the king, and each night he kills his new wife because he trusts no one. In this retelling, the girl, her name is Scheherazade. I had to look that up because I knew it was long and complicated. And she is blind, but she has this cloth that she reads the stories from, which is kind of cool. And in that process, of course, she just entrances the king and wonderfulness happens. and I like it. We have the Wafer-free Kit-Kat. Name the book that surprised you lately. And you guys have heard me talk about this several times before, and that is the Casting Trilogy by Pamela Freeman. I didn't know this book existed on my shelf, and I found it, and I read it, and I can't believe how much I adored this book, which is basically about a country where two races are at war with each other, and then there's magic and people raising the dead to fight battles, and it's just good. So I'm glad I found this and picked it up, because yeah. Next is Snickers, a book that you are going nuts about. Once again, you guys are probably going to be tired of hearing about this series from me, and that is the Silo series. I am halfway through Shift, I finished Wool, and it is still calling to me. It is still amazing. It is a sci-fi-esque dystopian story about something happened to the earth that made people live inside a silo in the ground, and them being there for several hundred years and dealing with that. Now, Hot Chocolate with Cream and Marshmallows, a book you would turn to for a comfort read. While I don't really like cream and marshmallows in my hot chocolate, I prefer the untouched hot chocolate. For this pick, I chose Dark Secrets, Legacy of Lies by Elizabeth Chandler. Now let me explain this. This isn't a fluffy read. This isn't a light read. It is, in a sense. I mean, it's short. It's not hard to get through, but this is more of a mind trip, creepy kind of read, and I just enjoy that kind of story. This is kind of the first kind of books I would ever pick up. This one is about a girl who has to go live with some relatives of hers for the summer, and when she gets there she realizes she's been dreaming about this house for a while now, and then she starts digging into the history and starts having dreams, and my name appears in the book, which might be why I like this book so much, because I like books that have people named April in them. Not that I'm biased or anything, but I go back to this book because it's got that sort of supernatural, creepy, and romantic kind of storyline. Lastly, we have Box of Chocolates. What series have you read that you feel has a wide variety and a little something for everyone? Now here I'm gonna probably give the standard booktube answer that everyone eventually gives at some point, and that is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. This, while at first glance looks like it's going to be a boys' read, isn't. It's got action, it's got adventure, it's got mystery, it's got magic, it's got romance, it's got growing up. So to me, Harry Potter's got everything. That was the Chocolate Booktube tag. I don't know who I'm going to tag yet. I'll probably link you down below in the thingamajigger if you need to be tagged, so look there, because I didn't prepare very well for this video. If you want to do this tag, feel free to do it. Link me in the comments so I can check it out and see your box of chocolate. Heart your beautiful faces. Bye!